Oh, I'm both flattered and also very concerned. It's so good to see you. Yes, I'm glad you made it home safely, though. But it's so nice that that you're willing to stay up to watch my streams on Friday. Sorry it doesn't match up your time too well anymore. But yeah, like I said, I'm glad you made it home. And thank you so much for joining me. Unfortunately, today is probably not going to be too exciting, because let's see if we can, yeah. As you can see, the it's almost this event's almost done, and I'm not through all of it yet, because I was trying to do most of it on stream, and so yeah, we're still gonna be working on this today. But yeah, we can chat or just whatever while we play, essentially, Museum Tycoon. And then there's a new one, so we'll be trying to get this one done today. And then probably my next stream on Sunday will probably be this event, the Lab Assistance in Position event. Yes, I was surprised that this game is coming out with the events like so quickly compared to Genshin. Like Genshin, they like took time to like make the events, but this game they're like, nope, we're gonna have events immediately. So there's also this one, which is very similar to an event that's in Genshin pretty regularly, where you can get the XP books or the Ascension materials, and they'll like double it for less cost or whatever. So yeah, there's this one. I'm not really all that interested. Oh, okay, cool. But yeah, it's really cool that you're recording. That sounds really interesting. But yeah, even if you just have it on the background, that's really cool of you. So no worries there. Do what you gotta do. I know it's late. But yeah, so I'm not really as interested in this one because I'm sure that this one will come up again. And I've also been kind of ignoring the planner fishers because I haven't gotten to the point where I can get gold ones yet. So this one I'm not too worried about. It's just these two that I am trying my best to get through before they run out. I know that they now put the events in like this history thing, but I am trying to keep up with them as they are released. Another exciting thing that's happening soon is Laosha is getting released. So I intend to pull a few times for him. Now, my biggest issue I'm running into though is the fact that I really want Dan Heng's 5-star, and so I'm debating on if I should like conserve my pulls, like maybe do like 1 or 2 pulls for him, and then like conserve my pulls for Dan Heng's 5-star, or if I should go all in kind of thing. Yeah, let's go. If my character, my model seems a little bit wonky, the platform I use, I think it's called VTube Maker, you can get it on Steam, is testing some new upgrades to how their models move, and so because of that, my model might be a little janky. But we can get through it. Alright, so let's see what achievements I got while you all... Chad Norris. Oh no, not the Chuck Norris memes. Defeat the Guardian Shadow without enraging it. And have 0 or less cosmic fragments when clearing simulated universe. How can you have less cosmic fragments? Can you go into the negatives? And then it looks like I've got some text that I built up. So let's see what we got. It's from Natasha. Kalis, are you there? Sorry to bother you, but the kids at the clinic are clamoring to see you. Is this a bad time? If it's not convenient for you, I can ask the kids to call you next time. I can answer the phone anytime. How should we do this? I'll start a video call. Huh? What's going on? Sorry, I'll try again. I'm not very familiar with this. Sela taught me how to use it before. I'll go ask her how to start a video call later. Sorry to bother you today. No worries, I'm free all the time. Call me when you are ready. Or I can go to the clinic next time. You're welcome anytime. If she's trying to start a video call, why don't we just start the video call from our end? Obviously, it's for, like, the fact that we can't have them video calling in this text format, but I mean, like, couldn't we just do it? The Tales of Winterlands original art book sold out in 1 second again. But I was fast enough to get you a copy too. Oh my gosh, speaking about those sort of things. So I'm back on a Pokemon binge. Like, I was really into the cards when I was in middle school. But then in high school I joined a Yu-Gi-Oh team. And so then I switched over to being really into Yu-Gi-Oh. And then college drained me of my soul, so I had no time for anything. But recently I had gone to my local used bookstore, and they actually have Pokemon cards. Like, people will come in and get rid of their old Pokemon cards, and you can just go through it and you fill up a packet with as many cards as you can fit in it, and it's a set price. And so I went through it and I found some really, like, I just like the shiny cards. It doesn't matter what card it is, or how rare it is. I just like that it's shiny. Very magpie tendencies of me. And so those cards, like, got me back on my binge. Like, every time I go to the used bookstore now, I check the Pokemon section to see if there's any new shiny cards that someone might have, put in. And so because of that, and it also because of the coincidence of just as I was getting back into my Pokemon binge, Pokemon has released a, I think it's an anniversary series, the 151 set, and that just made it worse. And so there's a Mew set in that was being released, a Mew collection, like it's the deluxe collection or something, and I have been spamming the pre-order, and the site I was using was like, they would get so many lots of it, right? And then whoever was fast enough to get it in their cart and get to the payment screen and click pay would be the one who got it. I got it into my cart 5 times, I think, total, where I would get it in my cart and then I would put in my contact info and then I would click on proceed to payment, but they had already run out of allotments. Like, other people had already been able to put it in their cart and pay for it prior to me, and so I would then get kicked out and I had to start the process over. Thankfully, on my 6th time I was able to pre-order it. Now, whether the establishment that I'm buying it from can actually get their hands on that deluxe edition and give it to me, it remains to be seen. But I am really excited. It's the Mew Deluxe Edition card set from Pokemon. And then also, while I was looking at that, they also had some other sets that I'd never heard of. I really like advent calendars. And then I'm not doing anything while I'm talking. But yeah, I really like advent calendars. I got really into them, but unfortunately America only recently, but didn't used to be like big on advent calendars. Because I like them so much, my mom would actually like make them for me. Like, she would buy random stuff so that I could do like an advent calendar at the end of the year. But I guess America has recently seen that they're pretty popular, so they've started making advent calendars for other things. But Pokemon has a Christmas advent calendar, and so I had to get one. And then the cards that got me back into Pokemon that I had found were last year's Trick or Trade. So Pokemon knows that America is really big on Halloween, but candy's not always safe because people can put stuff in it. And so Pokemon releases something that at least last year I think was exclusive to America called Trick or Trade. And you buy them and there's these mini packs that only have 3 cards in them, but you can give them to kids as like their treat for Halloween. And then the idea is the kids would open up the card packs, they would have their 3 cards, and then they would trade around with other kids who got the card packs for their Halloween. And so that's why it was called Trick or Trade. The cards, like I stated, the cards I had gotten that got me back into Pokemon recently were from last year's Trick or Trade, which I think was the first one. And so I had to pre-order the Trick or Trade ones for Pokemon as well for this year because it's what got me into Pokemon again. And so now I have pre-ordered probably way too much stuff, very expensive stuff from Pokemon recently, but I'm like fully back into it. I'm probably gonna, I know that there are card shops, like local card shops too. I'm probably going to see if I can look them up to see kind of the prices that people have set for their shiny cards. I, of course, am a big I am very basic. I'm a big Eevee fan. Love the Eeveelutions. I think the funniest thing though is like you can tell where I was in the progression of my life by which Eeveelution was my favorite. Because Vaporeon was my favorite when I was the youngest. Was like when I was at my youngest age and into Pokemon. And then I hit like middle school, high school when I was like angsty and whatnot. And like, oh, I'm not like other kids. So Umbreon was my favorite. And then now that I've gone through like progressive growth in my character and like who I am as a person and whatnot, Sylveon's my favorite of the Eeveelution, specifically the shiny version of Sylveon. But it's very funny how like my favorite Pokemon from the Eeveelution line has definitely changed depending on where I was mentally. But yeah, so all of that was a big ramble to state I understand how absolutely awful it is trying to pre-order something that everybody wants, because it was a battle to get one of the lots to pre-order the 151 deluxe edition. So obviously that Pela was able to get it for us. Superstar. No, it wasn't for us. It's fine. We have the original manuscript. We outrank her her book that she's getting. We literally found the manuscript pieces, so a set. They sold out in 1 second and you were able to get 10? Oh my gosh, you're literally the people I hate. Oh, the resellers. Ooh. There's nothing more that I hate than the people who resell sets. Like, they specifically buy them when they're at the low release price so that they can turn around and charge you absorbent amounts of money for things. Ugh. Well, she at least is not doing that. She's just like, oh, I'll give it to my friends. Where was I? Anyone there? Kalis. Hey, do you know how to get sober? I'm a little not good. I would suggest water, or better yet, an electrolyte if you have one. Powerade, Gatorade, Pedialyte. And sleep. Yeah. Oh, but also something to eat. If you can, minimum, something with water and sleep, but if you can, a electrolyte of some form, and then a carb, like pasta, bread, something very filling and absorbent. Rice is also really good for this in your stomach, and that helps absorb and some of the alcohol, so that it doesn't just sit in your stomach and going into your bloodstream continuously. And then also maybe like a Tylenol or an aspirin or something, so that you have less of a headache in the morning. I have suggestions. What would you like? Oh, that's what she mean by sober up. She wanted to wake up, not she's drunk. Whoops. Man, I got a lot of messages. Kalis, have you ever felt that everyone around is afraid of you and is reluctant to tell you the truth? I know, that's what I thought. I thought she was like absolutely out of it, but nope, she's just been up for multiple days without sleep. Oops. My recommendation does not apply. Oopsie. I have never been a leader. I am but 13 days old. Sorry, I don't know who else to ask. My mother said the life of a guardian is doomed to be lonely. I guess I need some more time to adapt. I also talked to Zila, but she looked at me bewildered and said she couldn't understand what those people were thinking. Is it possible that Zila is different because she's not afraid of you? Is that so? I love that they're just like, they're like, Hoyo when they made Branya and Zila were like, this is our ship. We will never let it sink. We are the authors. We can do what we want. Now that I think about it, Zila really is not afraid of anyone. Maybe I can find my own path as a leader. I'll do my best. Kalis, do you have the time? I want to ask you a question. Which do you like the most? Forest, mountains, or the sea? Ooh. Ooh, okay. Here's a question, because can I say all of the above? So where I live, forest and mountains. Yes. That might tell people where I live in America or somewhere close to the biome I'm in. But I have always lived in the forests and the mountains. I can say that I have been places where there are not a lot of trees. And let me tell you, when you live in a biome with a lot of trees for a long time and you go somewhere with no trees, you feel like you are exposed and being hunted. Because there is nowhere to hide, there's no greenery around, so no life, everything's too quiet because there's no insects or birds or anything around. Can definitely say I enjoy a good forest. Again, same with the mountains. It's also another, like, I can see too far, because when you grow up literally like in valleys like I have, and the mountains are all around you, if you can see more than like 10 miles ahead of you, again, it's just too open of a space. It's like, why can people see me that far away? What are they doing? And then the sea. Now that's the question. I have lived in an area that the sea is not close, but it's not far away either. It's like I'm in a landlocked area. But if I wanted to, I could go to the sea. It would take me multiple hours of driving, but I could go. And I was one of those children that I actually learned how to swim before I could walk. And so, water and that kind of thing have always been a part of my life. And so the sea, when we would go on vacation, when we could afford it, obviously, but when we would go, we'd go to the sea. And so I just loved the sea. I adored it. Ah, oh, that's so cool that you were born in it. Yeah. But so I love the sea for that reason. Oh yeah, what is it called? Thalassophobia? Yes, I can say that I don't like getting on boats more than the sea. If I'm on a boat or even out in the water, I have to be where I can see see the shoreline. If I'm past where I can see the shoreline, it starts to really freak me out. So because I hate being on boats, but that's more of a like I feel trapped kind of thing, which kind of conflicts with the forest, like what I'd stated earlier with the forest and the mountains giving me a place to hide. But yeah, because a lot of people who grow up in like the plains and flat areas state that forests and mountain areas feel really enclosed, so they feel trapped, and they can't see anything. But yeah, no, boats, when they're out in the ocean where I can't see the shore, I feel trapped. It's the same reason with islands. I went, when I was in Korea, I went to Ulleungdo, which is an island off the coast of Korea, and within like 48 hours of being on this island, I was starting to get antsy because my brain was like, I can't leave by my own volition. Like, I can board a boat and whatnot, but we got there on like a really bad water day. Like, the boats almost would not have run if the weather had been even just a touch worse. And so, obviously, I got horrendously seasick. I was making it a good hour, 2 hours into the ferry ride, where I hadn't thrown up, but then someone near me threw up and it like set off a reaction, and I did not stop throwing up until we got to shore. I was literally the palest person there, to the point that our tour guide asked me if I was gonna pass out. But yeah, so like I was on an island, and within 48 hours I was getting itchy because since the weather was so bad, we actually couldn't leave the island. It would not be safe to use the ferries to go back to the mainland. And I was literally like itching because of just how badly I hated being stuck on an island, because I could not leave of my own volition. Islands have limited resources to a degree. That's why they're so expensive. Like, for example, Hawaii. It's always so expensive to go to Hawaii because it's an island. Everything has to be imported in. It's the same thing with Japan. And so just, I hate being trapped. It's the same thing with like rooms. Like, I'm fine in a room with a door, but the minute someone like locks the door from the outside, the room starts shrinking to me because I can't leave of my own volition. So boats are the same way to me. Is like the minute I can't see shore, because if I can see shore, my brain like thinks I could swim to it as long as I can see it, because I'm a strong swimmer. But like the minute you can't see shore, so you don't know which way to go if the boat sinks, absolutely terrifying to me, and I can't. So I know that I would never be able to live on an island just because of this reason. People are like, then why do you want to move to Ireland? And I'm like, Ireland's different. You can swim to England from Ireland, and you can swim to your like to one of the to the main body of Europe from England if you absolutely wanted to. So Ireland doesn't count. But yeah, so I'm good with the ocean until I can't see anymore. It's the same thing with like, I have a scuba diving certification, right? I'm perfectly fine scuba diving in open water until you get to the shelf. Whenever you're out in the open ocean, at some point, there's literally, it's like, you get like 3 meters down, or about 15 feet, and it's all fine, right? It's all coral, it's exotic life, it's whatnot, and then it just drops off into the abyss. So the shelf scares me. But past that, like if I'm just like swimming out in like off the coast of the shore, it's fine. So now that I've ranted about all three of these options and the fact that I can't pick one because I really want to move somewhere close to the sea. That's what I was getting to before I got off topic. But I want to move somewhere close to the sea because since I grew up with it so much, I feel like it's calling to me. But I want to live somewhere that has literally all three of these: forest, mountains, and sea, because I love all of them. But if I could only have one of these three, So a good example in the US of just mountains with no forests is like Utah, because they have the Rocky Mountains, and the Rocky Mountains are very bare, covered in snow. I don't think I would like to live there, so it's probably not going to be mountains. Just the sea. Unless you're actually willing to go off coast, right? To do like fishing and surfing and sailboats and things like that, eventually the sea can get boring. Because like it's mighty, it's majestic. When I wasn't having a panic attack on Ulingdo, waking up every morning to the scent of the sea and being able to see out into the beach and whatnot was beautiful. But you can't like do anything eventually, so I think I'd probably have to pick like eventually it would bore me. So I think I'd have to pick forests, because forests are constantly changing. During the fall, there are all these glorious colors. During the spring, again, glorious colors when it's growing. And then during the summer, you can go hiking. There's so many animals to see. All the terrain would be different. You can just sit and enjoy the forest, or you can like physically do stuff in it. So I'll say forests. I feel like this is a personality test. I feel like I've literally heard of this personality test before, like which one of these do you like, and then it tells you what kind of person you are. You like vibrant green nature, don't you? Yes, yes I do. That was one of my biggest issues with living in a city, because I lived in a city in Korea, was the fact that it's just not green enough. Like the amount of gray that's in a city because of all the concrete just sucks the life out of you. So that is an issue. They do really well with like all of their parks and stuff to try and combat this, but I had to get out of the city pretty frequently to go to like their national forests and whatnot, to be able to reset, because you just start to get like sad when you're only looking at like gray all the time. But yes, I have been entering my green era. Where I've started really liking like green furniture in rooms and stuff. Okay, what was Branya's actual point to this that I spent way too much time talking? I recently spent some time studying the ancient geography of Urilo 6. Yes, that's literally it. I've been to some of the cities in the US and it's always the same. It's just like, it's so dreary. And then yeah, they try their best to add like parks and walking spaces that are green, but there's just something almost fake about it compared to like an actual, like a national park or somewhere that's actually inhabited by like a variety of creatures and wildlife. Because like city parks just like seem so synthetic, like so fake nature, and so it's really hard to kind of combat that dreariness that comes with a city sometimes. Yes, you get it. You get exactly what I was trying to trying to get across. Okay, it turns out 1,000 years ago there were all kinds of ecosystems on this planet. There were forests, mountains, and seas. Unfortunately, they were all covered in snow now. Everything is gonna get better. I hope so. Anyway, I'm going to go find Svarog again later. Not sure if there's any images from before the Eternal Freeze occurred in his database. That's all I want to talk to you about. Have a nice day. Take care. Oh, hello, Herta. Come for a test. Simulated universe? We have a small update that can dissect and snapshot a section of time in the simulated universe. Speak human, please. Can you explain what you mean? It means we can customize the system parameters more, such as doubling the planner ornaments data that appears in each world. Double drop rates? Okay, so this is about the event. What do you think this is? A video game? This is Stefan's idea. He pulled a bunch of weird analytics like daily active users, user retention rate, and average session length. I don't get it, but he says these are really important. Anyway, now that you know, the feature will stick around only for a few days. Remember to come test. Can it be a regular feature? Go ask Stefan. So Stefan is Hoyo, is what you're saying. Stefan is the personification of Hoyo. Okay, so now that I've finally gone through my chat messages and, you know, talked for 30 minutes about things that aren't related to the game, let's actually get back to our in-game content. And I don't think I have any of the... I don't have a quest for it currently. Ugh. How's everybody's allergies doing? I'm absolutely dying, honestly. Okay, so we're on day 42. Everybody's at S. Did I get new characters? Oh, I did. Alright, so I guess we'll start the day off by, redoing who I have in all of the rooms. Okay, I need high visitor appeal. I need visitor appeal and tour duration. And then I need a tour duration and education. I don't need that much though. This one. Okay. Let's see. This one needs tour duration. Still need more tour duration and visitation. And now I need something a little bit more even. Perfect. Alright, this one's more for education. That's already on another player. This one, and then one more for visitor appeal. What do you mean Gapar doesn't have high visitor appeal? He appeals to me. That should be good. And then this one's just a general... We need everything. So we'll start with Clara, and then Manya, and then Dunyard. Okay, so now we have all of those. What kind of money? It's been a hot second since I've looked here. So 200,000, 200,000, 200,000. 200,000. Okay, so everybody needs 200,000. Alright, another day. Some more money to be made. What are we trying to do? To Industrial Hall, which is this one? Yeah. To level 7, so the next level up once we get through the... I have no coin now. Just kind of speed run these now. All right, add a tour. Okay, we need 200,000. Are we getting to... Okay, we almost have this fully leveled up. It's at 13 out of 15. They're like, is that... Why is our lance in here? Don't we own that? Okay, first quest of the day. Because isn't that our lance? Oh no, not Ul'dan. Oh my gosh, gotta put on the old man voice. Kalis, you're right on time. Boris is looking for you. If you're free, head over to the museum workshop and pay him a visit. Okay, it's just a puzzle one. That one's pretty easy. Why do you have the lance we're using, or did we return it after we used it to defeat Cocolia? Kalis, you're finally here. I've been looking everywhere for you. I'm modeling Elisa Rand's lance right now. I heard you're currently in possession of it, yes? Please, can you do me a favor? If I can see your dashing figure in a real fight, it'll give me a better understanding of this weapon. That way I can breathe a soul into this model. Oh, so he's making a fake one. Okay. Can you give me a demonstration on how you use this in combat, please? Just for a little bit. Then I'll catch you at Backwater Pass later then. So I imagine I need to actually have the weapon on me to do this properly. Let's see. Preservation path. I don't have a light cone for this, so we're just gonna have to fight without a light cone. I've been investing solely in the destruction path light cone, so I have not gotten any of the other light cones from Herta. So... You don't see me. I cannot see you. Shh. Alright. There you are. Are you ready? Thank you. Allow me to observe.
Conflict is pitiless.
See, what would be funny is if I don't even get to fight. Here's my combat demonstration. Jing Yuan, there's your combat. Thank you so much, Hero Belobog. Kalis, you've done a real solid for me here. I put together something to thank you. Go ahead and take it. I didn't even fight. Jing Yuan just incinerated them. I still love the fact that I can just change what path he's on in the menu instead of having to go to a specific place to change paths. It's so nice. I will have to say I'm a little burnt out from Genshin currently. So the only thing I'm really doing on Genshin is getting on to do my daily missions and then logging out. And then if I have time, I might try and do some of the limited time events, because Genshin does not have such a nice feature like Star Rail does, where you can do events in the future. So I might do a little bit of the events or try and clear them if I have the energy for it, but mostly I'm taking a break in a way, but I'm still at least doing my daily missions to build up some of the primos. Oh, that's actually like if I didn't have the daily pass, that's actually kind of something I was thinking about, is like kind of not, what's the word, it's not cheating, but like making use of that system where you like leave for 14 days. On the 15th day, you come in so that you can get all the you've been away primos. And then just keep doing that constantly over and over again. because I think the You've Been Away primos are actually more than you would get if you did like the daily quests every single day. But the issue is I got the monthly pass, and the bad thing about the monthly pass is if you don't log in for that day, you literally just lose the primos for that day. Like, it doesn't be like, oh, you didn't log in, so if you had 3 days remaining, they'll be like, oh, you still have 3 days, it's just one more day in the future. You still only have 2 days. You just lost that day in those primos. You just don't get them even though you paid for them. I don't know if it's the same thing for Honkai, because I have been pretty good about logging in. But yeah, I'm like semi taking a break from Genshin. Just enough to get primos. And that's really it. And I haven't seen the new live stream that was just, I think, on today. There's not really any characters in the new update that I'm interested in. I don't like playing as the short characters. I've explained this before. So I'm not really interested in Klee. I'm not interested in Eula either. I'm not really that big of a fan of her character, and then also she plays very similar to Chongyun, and I like Chongyun better, so no point in wishing for her. And then the second half is going to be Kokomi and the Wanderer, and I have both of them. And I guess I could try and get like C1 of either of them, but I think it's like C2 or something that's usually like the best you can get. A 5-star character are usually like the best out of their ascensions. Probably what I'll pull for is Wanderer's weapon. The last time Wanderer's banner was here, I lost the 50-50 on his weapon. So, and then right now I'm using my primos because I was able, this is the banner I've been waiting for. I was able to get Kazuha, and then on Alhaitham's I lost to Jean, and then I got Alhaitham. And then on the weapon banner I was trying to get Alhaitham's weapon because from that character event, the friend event things that they have, you get a sword in Kazuha's friend event, and so I just put that sword on Kazuha. So I'm trying to get Alhaitham's weapon with like the few primos I get a day. Okay, back to business. Day 45. I get that you want me to do this, but I manage my tycoons in a very specific manner, and so it's gonna take us a hot second to get there. I love the chat comments that they have for this, like, so that's what a Stellaron is? Mind blown. I love some of the devs in these games, like, for Hoyo. They make these so enjoyable. Alright. Now I can do what you've been wanting me to do. Oh, so that was the one we just got. Is that the Trailblazer's weapon? So badass. In reference to the lance we just added. Lost exhibit clue obtained. Alright. Ul'dan, tell me where I have to go now. What item are we looking for? I think it's a clock. What am I going to do? Oh, okay, well, that's a sight for sore eyes. We have several exhibits on loan from other departments, and they've all been broken. My problem is, if they can't be fixed, the museum will have to pay out compensation. Boris is rushing repairs in the museum workshop right now. It's too much for one person to handle. Please, can you help him? I feel like I make his voice older every single time I voice him. Like, I'm literally aging him every single time. Which is a little bit funny. Kalis, great, I'm desperate for help. The model is way out of date. I need to do some research. You can take care of this first. Okay. We have to do that. You have to do that. We can do this. And that.
So that's how it works.
I feel like I'm gonna gush over the Trailblazer's voice every time I hear it. You know what? You know who I'm a simp for in this game? Apparently the Trailblazer, above all else. Thanks to you, that's pretty much done. Hey, don't try to using this old relic. If anything happens to it, I'll lose my mind and my job. In any case, good job. I'll go tell Udan about this and put the thing on display. So I wonder how everybody's week's been. My week's been pretty normal. The exciting thing was finally getting that pre-order in. Oh my gosh, that is much bigger than I thought it was. You know, we get a lot of curios in the simulated universe that are like bad, negative curios that are like clocks. And if this is how big a clock is, I've had like 3 clocks at one time in the simulated universe. Imagine, I'm just imagining the Trailblazer lugging these, like 3 of these around. Okay, it looks like we're about halfway there in collecting the grind. That's the word I was trying to think of when talking about the 14-day away primo event. Could not think of that word. Okay, so 3 more to go here and 4 more to go there. I wonder if is that my baseball bat? Okay, so we are done with management 1, 2, and 3. We're getting only 1 more lost exhibit and we will get that one. No new staff, which I am perfectly okay with because then I have to reset everything. So upgrade the History Cultural Hall to level 3. Okay. Oh, well, it looks like I already have it to level 3, but we'll get it to level 4. And it doesn't even need any upgrades. That's so nice. What's the next amount of money? We went from 200,000 to 320,000? Oof. Getting those last levels is gonna suck. Oh, we're getting close. And if I'm right that this gives us like the next thing, the next quest, I can finally see if I have to apologize to Sampo or not. Ooh. Oh, are we doing another hologram? Kalis, you're back. I have absolute confidence that you're the right person for the next job. I'm the only one for all these jobs, apparently. This time around, I hope you can help us retrieve some data from the Automaton Hound. We put in a request with the Silvermane God's technology division, but they shut us down. They said that the data from the Silvermane automatons is top secret, so they're unwilling to let it be an exhibit in the museum. That's why I've thought of you. I heard you've made quite the name for yourself down in the underworld, and even that Svarog is willing to sing your praises. It's a simple job. Take the recording device down to the underworld and get into a fight with an automaton hound. That's all. Automaton data from the underground presumably is not classified, and so I leave this task in your capable hand. So we are basing our actions on loopholes and hoping that that does not get us in trouble, and we're using a third party, me, so that we can claim, so that you can claim ignorance and shift all the blame onto me. I see how it is. Alright, sir. Huh? A fresh face? What have you come to our robot settlement for? I want data on the hound. Yeah, right. That's a pretty tall order. No way I'm handing over automaton data just to anybody. But then again, if you're willing to spar with my big baby, then I might just be willing to reconsider. How about it then? A fight, or are you scared of my baby? The fact that he keeps saying baby just keeps, it's messing with me. Let's fight then. Bring it on. Haha, good. Another chance for my sweetie to pick up some new combat data. Let's start. Wait a minute, is his name Mech Pet Lover?
The sanctuary is but a vision. Great.
Is this a robo?
Conflict is pitiless.
A robo trucker? Is that what we got here? Anytime someone leaves an area, my brain's like, be safe. Now that's some precious data. Don't worry, my dear. I'll give you an upgrade. So here's the previous automaton data for you. I ain't got no use for it anymore. You earned it. See you later, brother. Okay. Ooh, I did not mean to go that far out. Alright, Uldan, I got your sketchy data. Great work. I'll pass that on to our data modeler. Later on, you'll be able to see a replica automaton over in our industrial hall. Don't worry, they won't move around. Unless Boris has pulled another prank of his on us. It kind of looks like there should be one right here too. So the hound is like a vehicle with eyes. How very 5Ds of you. Aha. So I think I have done all of the rewards now for the event when it comes to that one. I still have these guys to go through. So we only got 6 more. And we're still missing some characters. We got, I think this is Zila probably, and then of course Sampo. Which I would not trust Sampo to be, even if he ends up not being behind this entire thing, I would not trust him in the museum. Okay, the General Hall, which is this one, 215. So fully max it out. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, okay, so this one's already maxed out. Does this one go higher? Only one more level. What about this one? 2 for that one. Oh, I thought they would all go up to 15 because this one does. Okay. Cool, so I already have one area fully leveled up. Okay, this is probably the last one because this is the last, like, upgrade you can do. I'm gonna hold off on doing this until we get done with, like, the tycoon part. Oh, you can't. You have to do the next part to be able to continue with the tycoon part of the game. Oh. Well, never mind. I guess we're gonna work on the quest then. Alright, Pela. You found out more about the thief?
You're looking in good spirits. The museum is packed these days. I've never seen it so full of visitors. You run a tight ship here. Still, it'd be nice if those kids would stop littering. It's barely lunchtime and I've already picked up 3 half-eaten packs of Snow White popping candy.
Kids these days.
Ah, don't worry. Nothing was stolen this time. You remember that Norbert guy we captured? The Silvermane guards have acquired new intel from him. I thought you might find it interesting. I always wondered, how did he, a rich kid with virtually no real-life experience, suddenly think of becoming a smuggler?
Someone put him up to it?
There's no way someone like him could have come up with the idea of disassembling a sculpture and hiding the pieces inside robots.
It is a very out there idea.
The result is just as I expected. After less than half a day of interrogation, he confessed everything. He admitted that a mysterious figure named Mr. Coldfeet persuaded him to target the museum exhibits.
Mr. Cold Feet? It can't be an NPC. It literally cannot be an NPC. If this is not Sampo, I'll wring his neck anyway, but come on, Mr. Cold Feet. If it is Sampo, he's getting his neck wrung because that's the best alias you could come up with? Mr. Cold Feet?
Mr. Coldfeet fooled Norbert into believing that many of the museum's artifacts were forcibly seized from private collectors by the Silvermane guards. He told him that true justice would be returning the artifacts to the people. Norbert probably didn't believe any of that nonsense. I think he just wanted to prove himself and add more to his fortune. Mr. Coldfeet not only introduced him to buyers, but also gave him advice, and only charged him a 30% consultant's fee. In the opinion of our young Mr. Norbert, the deal was too good to refuse.
Yeah, and if the deal's too good, then it's probably a scam, which it was. Sounds lucrative. Why didn't he recruit me?
That's what I wanted to discuss with you. Norbert said Mr. Coldfeet operates with extreme discretion and knows the Silvermane guards' every move like the back of his hand. If he catches wind about the slightest rumor in the city, he'll disappear without a trace. If what Mr. Norbert said is true, then our safest option is to send a civilian to try to reach out to Mr. Coldfeet and lure him out of his lair. You guessed it. Everyone agrees that there is no better candidate than you.
Yeah, but we're like a really well-known figure, and now the museum even has photos of us being like, here's the savior of Belobog, even if it is an alternate reality gender-swapped version of me. But like, wouldn't Mr. Coldfeet know who I was and know that I work with the Silvermane Guards?
Norbert says he usually communicates with Mr. Coldfeet through the door of a room in the Goethe Hotel. The usual agreed meeting time is right now. Take this as a final request from the Silvermane Guards. Can you go to the Goethe Hotel to meet with this Mr. Coldfeet?
I don't think I have a choice. The game's just like, you're gonna go do it. Child, what are we jumping in joy for? Some books? Probably a guide to the museum? But yeah, especially if this is Sampo. Sampo definitely knows who we are, and will just like... will definitely not want to interact with it. Oh my gosh, let me off of this platform. La-dee-dee, la-dee-day. Oh, we're lagging. We're too fast. Too fast for the internet. It immediately can't keep up. Oh, Pela. How is it, Kalis? Are you at the hotel? Already outside the door. So efficient, as expected of you. Norbert says the secret signal he set with Mr. Coldfeet was 3 light knocks and then 2 heavy knocks. Now it's all up to your silver tongue, Kalis. You can do it. I believe in you. Okay, 3 and 2. Got it. 3L2. Ooh, a book. I swear these books keep spawning into existence. 3-2, 3-2, 3-2. The door remains unperturbed and you feel a chill breeze brush past your knees. If you stay any longer in this freezing hallway, you would soon turn into a Mr. Coldfeet yourself. Okay, 3-2. Yeah. 3-2.
There's no response. Did I remember the wrong password?
No, I'm pretty sure if Norbert was smart and this Mr. Coldfeet was smart, they would have it so that if he was being interrogated, that he would have a backup password that he would give them, and then they, like, it would be flipped, right? So if it's 3 and then 2, the actual password is 2 and then 3. That way, whoever Mr. Coldfeet is would hear it and be like, oh, so that means there's a Silvermane guard outside because the password's backwards.
Norbert, is that you?
Oh god, it is Sampo. We know that voice. That's... oh my god. We can go along with this charade? Fine.
Oh, what took you so long?
Oh god, no, Sampo, you can't just lower your voice and be like, what took you so long, Mr. Norbert? No. Sorry everyone for having to listen to that noise. Oh god, no. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him with my own 2 hands.
Oh, I was worried the Silvermane guards might have got to you. But you're not the type to turn someone in at first capture, right?
And he's not even putting on a different personality. This is literally Sampo. Oh my god. You wouldn't do that to your old buddy Sampo, right? It's literally his normal personality, but he lowered his voice by like 2 degrees. Oh, I'm gonna kill him.
Well, it's time for me to get on out of here. After all, we already made a nice little fortune on this trip, huh?
Not the way he says fortune. Oh god, no. How could I ever— he always calls us dear friends, so this will tell him that we know who he is. Should we go along? No, we're gonna— I know it's you, Sampo.
Uh-oh, someone's getting a little emotionally over-invested? You know what we are? Accomplices. You know what that means? Partners in crime. You know what else that means? We are not friends.
Uh-huh.
All right, enough chinwagging. So how much did the microfilm sell for?
Uh-oh. I'm just gonna have to make up an amount. Hope it's believable.
God, I love Kalis's voice. Considering I get paid like 5,000 credits just to do errands, I can't say 5,000. 500,000 is probably too much. But it would also probably get Sampo to open the door immediately. 50,000 is like... But oh my gosh, I wish I could remember how much I spent on that food. I feel like 50,000 is also too low. I feel like 50,000 is also too low. I'm just gonna go high. I'm gonna go high. It might be suspicious, but I'm gonna go high.
What? 500,000? No offense, kid, but I can't see you haggling that kind of number. Or maybe you... What kind of hotel is this anyway? No peepholes on the doors!
That's actually good for the hotel because peepholes can be used against you, so...
He's starting to suspect me. That's not good. I better think through the next question carefully before answering.
I know it's Sampo. I don't care if he suspects me. Have him come out, and I'm gonna hog-tie the slimy little eel.
You know, I just realized there's something I forgot. Maybe you could help me remember. That Gears and Wisdom sculpture I told you to take apart and hide away? Can you remind me how many pieces it had?
I absolutely cannot. It's more than all of these. We found like 20 in the box. 40-ish? I don't remember these. It's been a week. I've slept since then. 60.
Well, now that's more like it. You had me in a cold sweat with those jokes.
I want to break this door down. I'll pay the old man back later. I need to get to this weasel.
Here, hurry up and come inside. We need to discuss the details of our next operation.
Oh, delightful. It's me. I knew it. Aw, Kalis is so betrayed. Look at that awkward smile. Kalis is like, oh, Sampo. And Sampo's like, oop, we've been had. Look at this awkward face. No. I'm hog-tying you and dropping you off at the Silvermane Guard's feet so they can deal with your slimy self. Oh no, Kalis went from surprise to saddened disappointment. No, Trailblazer.
Oh, I mean, if it isn't my valued client.
Your kneecaps would be mine if I was in front of you, you little rat. Your kneecaps would be mine.
What a pleasant surprise to see you again. Isn't it amazing how fate brings people together, huh? Huh? Our bridge of friendship could extend all the way to Everwinter Hill.
Oh my gosh, I literally can't can't stop smiling at his ridiculousness. Oh, your kneecaps, you little weasel, would be mine. I suspected you. I suspected you from the beginning. But considering how surprised Kaelus's face is, I don't think he did. So if we're playing the character, it's this second one. If it's me, the only con artist I knew was you, so you were my first suspect. Oh, I won't. Oh.
Well, I mean, how could you? Your old buddy Sampo is a model citizen these days. You know the guards on sentry duty in the restricted zone? I deliver their breakfast every day.
I volunteer that we kidnap this man and take him on the express so that he can be put on 24-hour watch to make sure that he stops terrorizing the common person. But also the disappointment, the utter disappointment on the Trailblazer and Sampo's like little guilty stutter there at the beginning and then like recovers into bravado. Oh my gosh. Oh, he's feeling the disappointed stare.
Okay. So, kinda cold out, huh? Man, this is getting uncomfortable.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. You should be uncomfortable for disappointing our child like this.
Okay, I have a proposal. I'm sure you're gonna find this very reasonable. Yeah, I made a few small fortunes in the artifact business lately, and I can give you 1/3 of my earnings. How about that, huh? In exchange, I only ask that you please don't tell the Silvermane guards about me. Just tell them you missed the culprit. You're a big hero. They won't give you a hard time about it, right?
You would be at the Silvermane guard's feet if I was, like, physically there so fast. Either that, or I would drop you at Himiko's feet, and that might be worse for her to beat some manners back into you.
How's that sound, huh? 1/3 is a lot of money. Think about it. I would never dare to rip off a valued client such as yourself.
You've ripped me off multiple times so far. What are you talking about? But also, even if we deliver him to the guards, he'll weasel out. That is entirely his character. So, like, we might as well take the money. Is that incorrect? My morals are skewed when it comes to Sampo, apparently. You think I can beat? Okay, it's a deal. I don't know what to pick here, because I know, like, thematically, he's just gonna weasel his way out of this. But, like, also, as I said, I wanted this man's kneecaps. I feel like, considering the fact that Kaelus at every single point has been able to, like, man, I wish I was into art thievery. I feel like Kaelus, as a character, might just accept the money. But I also just want to see Sampo grovel, so I kind of want to reject it. Up to you. No, not the what are your morals. I kind of just want to see, on one hand, this would be my answer if I'm basing it off of the theme, because we know Sampo's gonna get out of it. It'll just be harder for him to do scams, but at the same time, I want to see this man grovel, because me and the internet agrees that this man whimpers very well.
Oh, How can you be so unaccommodating? That is not like you, brother.
Unaccommodating, my man. You disappointed me by scamming out an entire museum.
Oh. I knew the good times couldn't last, but I didn't think a valued client would bring them to a close.
What is this
go ahead.
gaslighting?
Notify the authorities. I'd rather burn out than fade away.
What is this gaslighting he's doing? Like, oh, you're terrible for turning me in. I caught Mr. Coldfeet. It's Sampo. Sampo? I thought he turned over a new leaf, but I'm moving right away. Kalis, wait for me there where you are. Don't let him get away. See, this is exactly what I knew it would happen. If we had accepted his deal, we would have looked down, we would have been like, oh, he got away. We would have looked up and he'd be gone, and I bet he would have taken the money. I am 100% willing to bet he would have absconded with the money too. He wouldn't have even given it to us. And so, like, no. Sampo has vanished. No sound of hurried footsteps, no sound of the window or door opening.
Let him get away.
You didn't let him do garbage. That man can teleport. I 100% believe that man can teleport. If Silverwolf can teleport, this man can teleport. 110%. He's able to get to the underworld and the overworld in ways that no one can figure out, and no one can follow him because he disappears. No, this man can teleport. Since teleport has been introduced into this world, this man can teleport.
Too late now. I'll have to wait for Pela to get here.
Wait in an empty room for a while.
Here. Where's the suspect?
He vanished into thin air.
I see. So he's just as cunning and crafty as ever. He fooled the Silvermane guards into thinking he'd changed. But we won't be falling for that act again anytime soon. This operation ends here. You've helped us enough already. Leave the rest to the Silvermane guards. Here. These rewards are for you. I hope they come in handy in the journey ahead. Oh, by the way, if you still want to help run the History and Culture Museum, Miss Eris and I are always happy to work with you. Speaking of which, Miss Eris was just looking for you. Why don't you go to the museum and talk to her?
I kinda, a little bit, expected Eris to be Sampo, just like as a disguise.
Hello. Thank you for all your help. Business at the museum is booming again. I haven't seen this many people here since I was a little girl. Oh, right! There's something I wanted to tell you. A man with blue hair came along and left a message. He asked me to pass it on to the manager of the museum. Here. I haven't read the content. Do you want to take a look?
Give me it.
To my dearest and most valued client, congratulations! Remember this day as the day you almost caught the great Mr. Coldfeet.
You all can't see it, but my eyes are literally rolling into the back of my head. As I've stated, this man's kneecaps. Next time I see him, unannounced, going right for him.
So, how's museum manager life treating you? Just a little reminder, when it comes to working in museums, I'm quite the dab hand. What I mean to say is, if you're ever in need of a passionate and professional individual, one with an inside knowledge of museum security blind spots, I'm only a call away. Don't worry, my exhibit smuggling days are behind me.
I would call him just so I could take his kneecaps. He would show up and I would have that bat out in 5 seconds. You better hope your teleportation ability is quick. I also love his character, but I do want to take his kneecap. Oh my gosh, look at these maxed out stats. Catch me if you can. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Open up 3 exhibition areas in Belobog's History and Culture Museum. I thought that was gonna be something like, let Sampo escape or something. Or try to catch Sampo. Or something like that. His stats are really good, by the way. Alright, so I have a new character. His name is Sampo. If I do this, and I do that, oh my gosh, his stats are like crazy. I think they're the highest stats that I have so far. So I think that means that we're only missing Zila at this point for characters. We still need visitor appeal the most. And then probably a purple with tour duration priority. There we go. All right. Oh, it did let rise. I had that maxed out. Okay, 3,200 or 1,000. This stay is 15. It did. Okay. Manage. The carpet is so clean and nice. I'm gonna have to look up what happens if you if you accept the bribe from Sampo. Day 50. I can invite Svarog? I just redid all my characters. Wait 1 second. I'm pretty sure if you invite a character, they like show up in the area. So I put Sampo in. Does he show up? Oh, I don't see him. Alright, let's go recruit Oleg and Mr. Svarog. Can you imagine just walking in somewhere and seeing Svarog? That would be terrifying. Oh wait, he's not. He was in the second room. No, I think Gerpard or Japard. Oh my gosh, they give like a little tour guide spiel. That's nifty. I guess it randomizes like which of the 3 that you put in a room will show up. Alright, I have to again reset all of my characters because of the fact that I just hired some new ones. Okay, visitor appeal, Mr. Goth, visitor appeal, and tour duration. And now I'm gonna need tour duration and education. But I don't need like a ton of them. Tour duration. Okay, and then I need something with high visitor appeal. I think that's the highest visitor appeal I have. So we need to uncheck one of these guys. And then pick someone who has more even stats. That's as close as even as I'm gonna get, probably. Unless Natasha would be better. Nope. And then I need someone with high education and visitor appeal. So here. And we still need... And then let's go to tour. We need tour and education. Firm. And then here we just need everything. So we'll do this, and then we'll do that. And we'll do these. And then bam. Alright. And then this one. Perfect. So our planet's name is Eurilo 6? That's news to me. Same. Can you imagine, like, something goes down on your planet and then you find out that aliens have been calling, like, Earth something else for centuries? don't have enough funds. Terrible. Simple, dimple, pop, and squish. I have a song stuck in my head, guys. Ah, there we go. There's Sela for our last named character. That's not an NPC. Sela, would you like to work at our museum? Museum. I don't know what it's called. It was just like, I saw so many like TikToks of this song with like people dancing to it. They like, simple dimple pop and squish, simple dimple pop and squish. They're like, ding, simple dimple pop and squish, simple dimple pop and squish. That. Yeah, sure, Branya sent me here, totally. I came at my own violation. Okay, I'll cut to the chase. I mean, just think about the name. Belobog History and Culture Museum. Do you really think I would fit anywhere near history and culture? It's not that I'm unwilling to help, but I'm not suitable for the role. I'm sorry for making this a fruitless trip for you. Don't worry, I too know nothing about Belobog's culture. But you're different. Even though you're not a local, you seem well educated to me, so being a guide must be easy peasy for you. I am 13 days old, alright? As for me, everyone in the underworld has seen me as a little rascal for as long as I can recall. If they see me working there as a guide, I'm afraid the reputation of the museum will be tarnished. Oh, so this is the one where we have to convince the person to do it. But Branya will be sad. Can you reconsider for Man, Hoyo was like, we leave no room for interpretations. This is a ship. They're not friends. They're not roommates. They're lovers. Fine, I'll do it. Just hand me the application form. Never mind, you keep the form for me and write down what I say verbatim. Happy to help. As you should. We got 'em, boys and girls, we got 'em. But Branya will be sad. Instantly folds like a wet stack of cards. Okay, let's get down to business. Listen to me carefully. The first question is, what is your name? Sela, no last name. Sela it is. Are you done? Let's move on to the next question when you're ready. Next question, what is your personal experience? Ugh, I knew it. This is a tough one. Forget it. Just say that I have no experience. I can't really disclose any of the jobs I've done for the wildfire. Okay, I'll write down no comment here. I can tell you're enjoying teasing me like this, don't you? Obviously. Last question. What are your skills and expertise? Why are the questions getting trickier? Let me think. Just go ahead and put down dispute resolution, which won't sound too intimidating, I hope. A bouncer. Dispute resolution it is. Oof. I suppose it's done. Can I take a look? It's better to be a surprise. I hope this surprise is going to be a pleasant one. Well, let's head over to the overworld and submit this thing. Though I reckon it will still be unlikely for me to pass the background check. Yeah, doing background checks when the underworld has not been open for like the last 10 years, probably a little difficult. Simple, pop and squish. This museum looks so posh. It reminds me of the orphanage in Rivertown. Are you Miss Eris? I'm here to submit my volunteer guide application form. Should I give it to you? Yes, please give it to me. I'll pass your resume on to Miss Palo right away. It seems so serious. Let's take a break here, Kalis. Zila, what are you doing here? Yes, we get more content between the two of them. Did Kalis bring you here? Yep, that's me. I see. I've been trying to make you come out for so long, but to no avail. Seems like Kalis is the only one who can convince you. No! She's not cheating on you, I swear. I'm just here to get the free labor. I guess it's my turn to ask questions now. My application didn't pass the review right. Can I go now? No, Pela was impressed with your ability, so she wanted me to have an interview with her. Yes! Abuse of power so that you can see your girlfriend. No way for you to escape now, Zila. Darn it. Anyway, let's head to the rest area. Zila and Kalis, the interview will be held there. Fine, I'll play along, but it's only because I'm not busy today. Ah, the tsundere. The tsundere's coming in strong. Thank you, Sila. As for Kalis, the assistant assessor, you may get on with your things first. We'll start the interview when you are ready. Leave so that we can make a trip to the bathroom. We won't need you for at least the next 30 minutes. So come back after that. I must speak, quote unquote, with my girlfriend. Kalis, are you ready? Let's go. For some reason, I feel a bit nervous. That was literally my thought, like telepathy? Oh, I see. We're playing a quiet game, huh? No way, telepathy ain't real. Wait a minute. You're not actually trying to read my mind, are you, Lady Broadnia? This is my first time speaking to you in this position. I don't know what to say. Should we end the interview here? It's good for both of us. Let's not take up any more of Kalis's time. No, if I have to lock you in to a side room so that you two talk it out or do something else that might be a bonding activity, I will do it. No way. We have to go through the entire process, no matter what. Kalis, how do you think I should ask the questions as an interviewer? Talk like friends. Right? 7 minutes in heaven. I'll go find, I will provide the closet. We'll toss you all in. You aren't coming out until, I'm a very bad joke just popped into my head. Anyway, you all aren't getting out until later. I see. I'll ask the questions based on the resume then. This is also a great chance for me to get to know Sela better. Don't we know each other well enough already? First of all, the name is Sela, which is indeed your name. I see. Speaking of your name, there's something I've always been curious about. In fact, Zila itself is not a common name in Belobog. Does it have a special meaning? Not the marriage application questions. The like, oh, your name's so fancy. Does it mean anything? Well, Ola gave me the name. He said that it meant soul in ancient Belbogian. God, I can't say Belobog to like, it sounds so weird. I'm not sure what he tried to convey through that name, but to all those thugs and gangsters in the underworld, I'm like a specter, always waiting to haunt them. Yeah, just butterfly designs the entire way. Wow, I'm surprised by the profound meaning. How fascinating. Now on to the next question. No comment on your personal experience? I do get what that means, but why? Kalis, is there anything you want to say? It can make her look more mysterious. Sorry, a prank of mine. Don't pin the blame on me. I didn't. I said it was a prank. It was my prank. Okay, I've got it. I'm not gonna probe. Let's see what's next. For skills and expertise, you wrote dispute resolution. That's one way to describe it. I'm sure you know very well what I do in the underworld. I understand. However, that won't be such a kind of dispute in the museum for you to deal with. I don't know. I hired Sampo. We might need dispute resolution. Even if there was such a dispute, I can handle it. No, if there was such a dispute, you should need to summon the Silvermane guards. Don't forget that protecting me is now one of your duties. You can't just gratuitously get yourself hurt. Oh, not the... You're not allowed to get hurt because you have to be around for me. Oh, she went there. We love it. Hoyo is like, we will not let this be disputed. Okay, got it. Ugh, if these pixels were more articulated, her head would be down, her ears would be red. Oof. So get the artists on it. Actually, I'm an artist. Why don't I get on it? Oh, yes. The degrees in the room have gone up. Well, let's call it a day. I'll announce the results now. I'm sure I've failed. You've passed! Welcome to the Belobog History and Culture Museum, Sela. If it means I get you out of the underworld in an easily accessible location where I can flirt with you, you'll pass any interview. I am not sure how to respond to this. The plot thing. Kalis is here for it. Kalis has popcorn. Kalis has got a fan going at the same time. You've made Bronya happy. Kalis is team number 1. Bronya Sela shipper confirmed. You're not wrong about that. Ah, she's so proud of it. Anyway, everything's fine as long as she's happy. Oh, yes. I wasn't on this ship back in the day, but it has convinced me. I am sailing this ship with Kalis. No, let's join the team. Are you two having a secret talk? No, absolutely nothing. Hey Bronya, what should I do next? Hurry up and assign some jobs to me. Oh, you like to be bossed around, Zila? Noted. Follow me later, we have to go through some formalities. Yes, so many formalities. So many, in fact, that I'll just give them to you. There's this convenient side room. If I don't see you all till later, just if no one's here and the museum's closed for the night, just lock up after yourselves. Just take as long as you need. So please excuse me now, as I have to take Sela to complete the procedure. Ah yes, I'm sure that's what you all will be doing. Not any other type of taking. Remember to visit the museum often and check on Sela. Do you really have so little trust in me? I now have to reset all of my people again. That's annoying. But I have all the characters now. Woo! Alright, I have all the named characters. We're missing 2 here and still 4 there. Day 53. Oh, I literally just got done doing this. Oh. Did I hire Sampo? Yes. Is that a terrible decision? Also yes. Will I also be doing probably what Zila and Bronya are doing with Sampo? Maybe. Either that, I'll be shoving him and Gepard into a room. I love the Gepard Sampo ship, by the way, because they've literally had no screen time together, but like the concept of a cunning older thief and then a young uptight like guards captain, A+ content right there. A+. And the thief being a huge flirt, a million content right there. Cannot be better. Ooh. This way. And then I need something with high Tor and visitor, and then I need something with Tor and education. Probably this one? There we go. Alright, something with high Tor duration. And then I need Tor duration and visitor appeal. And then I need something with education and visitor. There we go. Let's see. We need something with high education value and high visitor appeal again. Gepard is on that. We'll throw Clara at it. And then Wallace is a good all over. Oh, perfect. Branya. Or not Branya, Zila. Perfect. Okay, and then we will throw Sampo in and Wallace. And then I need something with high visitor appeal. And we'll put Branya in. We'll take Wallace out. Okay, education. We gotta have Branya in the museum so that she and Zila can flirt. Perfect. Okay, that gets everyone at S ranking. Okay, that's the 500,000 now. 500,000. 500,000. There's my 32. Okay. I'm out of cash. Let's go again. The guide was talking way too fast, didn't even catch a word. I wonder which guide that was. Okay, so the next level up and the next one for our thing, this reward, is 500,000. Oof. The smell in the museum is great. What brand of scent are they using? Oh, lost exhibit 1. They got fed up with waiting for me to level up the next area. Oh, so I was right. It is a 3-piece hologram for the robots. I've literally hired Perkins. Not peak, just laying down in the museum. Deep sigh. Just gonna take a quick check around to see who's here. Ooh, let's not smash things. It would look bad as the museum curator to be going around smashing stuff. Don't really see anyone else out and about except for Peak. Okay, wait a minute. I meant to go over here. And then we're going to go back. Because I got distracted by Peak. Alright. Kalis, you're back. I have absolute confidence that you're the right person for this next job. This time around, I hope you can help us retrieve some data from the automaton beetle. This is a simple job. Just take the recording device down to the underworld and get into a fight with an automaton beetle. That's all. Automaton. I'm gonna say that wrong the entire time. Automaton data from the underworld is blah blah. He said the exact same thing last time. So are we gonna encounter the robo trucker again? Just gonna... Ooh, wrong way. I'm so used to going to that red calyx for the stuff I need to level up characters. Also, the worst thing I have run into right now since I'm leveling up traces is that you can only do the Echoes of War 3 times a week.
Here, this
And
thunder.
so like, I can't just continue leveling up the characters like I want. Because usually, at least for now, I can level up almost an entire set of traces in a day with the amount of trailblazing power I have. But since I've gone through all the Echoes of War that I can do this week, I'm stuck. Let me show you all. So from Kalis to Pela, I have all of their traces fully maxed out for this level, and that includes this bit. And so I was working on that with Ting Yun. And so I got, oh, it was Ting Yun that I gotten. Asta was the one. And hers is locked, but I can't do this because I've already used all 3 of my, like, Echoes of War for this week. And so even if, I literally have to wait. And if there's only 3, that means that it's gonna be these 3 and then these 3, which is gonna make my schedule super wonky, because I wanted to just get everybody's traces done, and then I would do this quest, the Equilibrium one, and get us up to this. But I'm gonna be done with traces, except for the stuff that's locked behind Echoes of War, long before I can get everyone leveled up with Echoes of War, because I probably will take me at most a week more to get all the materials I need for leveling people up, but it's gonna take me 2 weeks of Traces of War to be able to be able to get those up. So I'm like conflicted on if I should just, once I get everybody's traces as high up as I can outside of Echoes of War, that I just raise the Equilibrium, and then the minute the Echoes of War refreshes for the week, I then level it up and then go about my business. But I don't know, seems kind of like cheating considering how I go about leveling things. But for efficiency's sakes, I might have to do it anyway. Great work. I'll pass that on to our data modeler. Later on, you'll be able to... Yeah, we've heard this before. Okay, this should complete the set. It's Perkins, really. Okay, only one more for the, for this part of the museum. I still wish I could get some of these painting as postcards. Or prints myself. Alright. Yeah, so only one more in the industrial hall, and I think that's the one that's locked behind the level 15 level up for the main hall. And then you have these 4. So we're getting really close to being done with this event. Yeah, that looks like that one. And I think everybody is leveled up. Max level reached. Woo. Gotta remember history to stay true to oneself. Udan, do you have another one for me? Kalis, we just stumbled across a treasure map while going through the collection. It's not tremendously old, but it sure looks aged enough. I'm guessing that we might be able to find something of value for you to display. Looks like these treasures are all in the underworld. Kalis, can I please task you with finding them? I don't know. Going to another area and taking their stuff without paying for it seems like a suspicious action to be doing. Can I at least get Svarog's permission or something? You want me to move this stuff? There's so much of it. You find a stack of rusty cabinets that have obviously been abandoned here for quite some time. Like the last treasure, you cannot see the value in this. To a specter, this would merely look like a pile of trash. Perhaps this is how the treasure hides in the value until the people in possession of the treasure map come to find it. Well, I mean, Svarog's right there, so I'm gonna pretend that I shouted at him, being like, hey, can I have this? And he probably was like, data, analytics, processing, trash, variable can remove, why variable wants trash unknown. These cabinets should be the terminal to control the mining gear. This model is long obsolete. Can it be used as an exhibit? Of course, these forms are a good record of daily life and industrial technology used in the underground mines. The whole point of opening the industrial hall is to showcase exhibits such as these. I'm going to take them for cleaning and restoration. They'll be on display soon enough. Kalis, thanks for bringing me this treasure. Even he has it in quotes. He knows it's rusty old stuff, but that stuff was wider and taller than me. You're gonna put it in this itty bitty cabinet? Do you all have shrink technology? Looks like the piece can now be put on display. Bam. Alright. 6 out of 6. We have everything in the industrial hall. Kalis, all the exhibits in the industrial hall have been collected. Come to the exhibit hall. I want to speak to you. Oh, there we are. The industrial hall is filled with exhibits and ready to be open to the public. I should hope so, considering it's already available to the public. It's all because of you that our museum managed to go this far. I had no idea the underworld would look like this. Can these automatons move? To thank you for your hard work, Miss Pela and I have prepared a small gift for you, Kalis. It's Stellar Jade, right? Yes, it is. With credits. But yeah, see, like, if a small GIF is 10,000 credits, and that's a film depicting from a, from 50,000 credits would have been way too low if that was, like, a, new kind of technology, this film strip, and, like, with the recordings of Belobog's Savior and the Stellaron and the final battle, it would have had to have been the 500,000. Okay, so just got those 4. And I guess maxing out management. Upgrade General Hall to level 12 and complete a round of management. Oh, 1 level up from here. Let's get our visitor appeal up. Which we almost have visitor appeal maxed out, which is kind of funny. Maybe I should max these out. Well, actually, does maxing them out help you at all? It probably doesn't, right? Once I have all of the stuff, I'll max them out just to see if it does anything for you. It looks like our baseball bat. It is our baseball bat! First they make a replica of the lance, and now they want to make a replica of our baseball bat? Our baseball bat looks really cool, though. All of the children watching the slideshow. Kalis, you're right on time. Boris is looking for you. If you're free, head over to the museum workshop and pay him a visit. Boris, you have this unhealthy obsession with us. We need to speak about it. An intervention probably needs to be made. Kalis, you're finally here. I've been looking everywhere for you. I'm modeling the Trailblazer's bat right now. This is your unique weapon, right? Please, can you do me a favor? If I can ever see your dashing figure in real life, in a real fight, it'll give me a better understanding of this weapon. That way, I can breathe a soul into the model. Can you give me a demonstration on how you'd use this in combat, please? Just a little bit. Huh, thanks for that. I knew you'd help out. Then I'll catch you at Backwater Pass later then. This man is orchestrating dates for us under the pretext of, like, the betterment of the museum while he puts together his collection of our stuff. This man straight up is like, we need an intervention soon. Well, we've hit the 2-hour mark, but I'm getting really close to the end of the event, so we'll see if this takes, like, too much longer. If it does, like if I can't get the event done in the amount of time that I'm willing to stream, I'll probably finish it off stream. But we've done, I'm pretty sure, most everything. It's just maxing out some of the tycoon stuff, I'm sure. Alright, let's see if Jing Yuan even lets us fight this time, because I was not allowed to fight.
Show no mercy.
I see what it is. It's our team saw the obsessive tendencies, and they're like, no, we're not gonna let, once again, Jing Yuan just wrecks the field. We're not going to allow this to propagate, so we will show off our fighting skills. And Kalis doesn't even get to hit anything. That's one way to display a bat, I guess. It's a little odd to display it like that, but okay. A little weird. Okay, so we got some popsicles to pick up, and then either a painting or a book of some form. Okay, looks like one of the popsicles is locked behind a level cap. Ugh, B. Oof. Look at him. Look at him. Look at it. What is it? A fly? Is that what it is? The creature that just sits there like rubbing its like 4 legs together. Isn't this my old pal, the famed detective of Belobog, Kalis? You're here to visit the exhibition as well? What an adventure. To be honest, I'm currently volunteering as a tour guide here. Also, I'm teasing the intelligence officer later over there. Let's see how long I can hide while within her purview. Teehee. Oh my gosh, he's such a weasel. And a cat. He's like sitting there being like, how long can I... Oh! I'm getting pushed off screen. How long can I, like, just be within her reach and then her not arrest me? This man likes to tease and probably likes to be teased. Ugh. What a personality you have, sir. He's a cat taunting his prey. Alright, you want us to get you a frozen Void Ranger or something? Kalis, there's something I need your help with. We're trying to get more visitors in, so the museum is after some photos from which to model replicas. Oh good, it's a replica. Can you please go and snap a few pictures of the Antimeter Legion's ice sculptures? Why? Compared with normal relics and artworks, those ice sculptures are far more of an attraction. Hey, it's Gepard! Gepard, go with me. Please show the photo once you've taken it. One photo should be enough. Just teleporting all around. Ugh, why does it have to be so far away? Make sure I dodge anything that will attack me. Go back here. This one? I feel like less of a director and more of a of an errand person. Olsen, we have your photos so that your people can analyze and make 3D copies of them. Great shot. This will be a great reference for the model. I believe everyone will be interested in this too. I do know that most people attracted to the museum by the kind of thing are just curious about the encased monsters. But if they can use this to teach more people about history, then it's all worthwhile. Good job. I hope they will bring more visitors to the museum. Oh, Sampo's gone. So I guess whoever you decided to put on duty, like, might kind of phase in and out. Or it could just be that Sampo does that because of Sampo's character, which would also be great. Alright, 4 of 6. 2 more. One of which is locked by a level— no, wait, this is the one we just got from a level cap. Probably another one that has a level cap too. Probably this last one. I feel like this one's gonna be a level cap, and then we saw one of them had like a the bar is slowly filling up to like max it out. So I wonder if that's how we get this one. Maybe from that artist again. $59. Oh, upgrade the industrial hall. So this one is locked behind a level, which— oh my goodness. Who would have ever thought? There's the level. And then 500,000 for you. The 15 was maxed. 12 was maxed. Oh wait, have I maxed out all of these now? This will be my last one. Oh, okay. So yeah, I wonder if I'm right that this will be, this is behind that one, and then once we fill up this bar, we'll get the last one as like a short quest to do. Another ice sculpture for me to find, take a photo of. Just run over an older woman, apparently. Same, sir. Is that Wallace? I also would like to study Gepard. Okay, there's something I need your help with. Yep. Okay, so same setup as last time. He literally didn't even change his voice lines for it. I'll explain that when we get to that quest, but for now, you don't see it. We have the blueprint for your 3D printing. Alright, literally the exact same lines as the last time. I want Svarog to like spawn in. I don't even know if I have him as one of the people that can spawn in currently. Oh, we're getting close. Ooh. She's like right in my running path every single time. I never learn. Okay, so then it's just whatever this is. Painting, book, item. Day 60. Upgrade History Culture Hall to level 6 and complete 1 round of management. I thought I had... Oh. It had me at 5 and then wants to do 6 right after. Okay. Oh, I do have Svarog in the first area. Everywhere is an S. I still have points. So we might as well just start maxing out these. And then I can put whatever character I want. Maybe. The staff here are so nice, they all deserve a gold star. Oh. How unexpected. Mr. Kalis, with your help, the History and Culture Museum has become the most popular spot in Belobog. A friend of mine who works at the Golden Theater was ranting to me how everyone spends their free time going to the museum, and even the number of opera goers has decreased. Watching you work, I feel like I've reignited the passion I had when I first applied to work at the museum. Thank you, Mr. Kalis. Leave the future management work to me. You have been busy for so long, you should have the time to appreciate the changes you brought to this museum. I hope we can see you often, Mr. Kalis. Am I not allowed to, Oh, thank goodness. I was about to be like, am I not allowed to do the last quest because I maxed it out? Lady Bronya will be gracing us with our presence here at the museum. She would like to meet with you. I didn't do anything bad, did I? No, actually it has to do with Lady Bronya's mother, the late Supreme Guardian, Cocolia. Lady Bronya commissioned Clypoth Fort for the portrait of Madame Cocolia and would like to be displayed in our museum. Supreme Guardian Bronya has arrived. Looks like she's here. I'm sure Lady Bronya would prefer to confer with you herself. Yeah, because we know that she is, Cecolia's a sore subject. We meet again, Kalis. Thank you for agreeing to this meeting on such short notice. It's nothing. I was here anyway. To commemorate my mother, the architects and I agreed that a portrait should be created for her and sent to the museum for the Belabogians to remember her. However, if the portrait is to be added as an exhibit to the museum, it will need a brief introduction. Although we have already put out the narrative that Madame Cocolia sacrificed herself in the war, we still want to hear your opinion. The hero of Belobog who saved the city. I am not up to the task. You don't have to be modest. I trust your instincts for as how to organize such language properly. Just leave it to me. So let's start. First is the story of my mother before her reign. It is said that mother, like me, was also selected from the barren underground and brought to the overworld. At that time, she was curious about everything, especially the flowers that she couldn't see in the underground. In her spare time, she would always go to the florist. Later, she became the top student at Belobog Military Academy. If you're gonna rant to me about Cocolia, couldn't you just write it? After that, Mother embarked on her career in government, and with her charismatic personality gained the support of the entire city. Under her supervision, the Silvermane Guards were finally able to counterattack and reclaim the Fragmentum, though it comes at too high a cost. What do you think? How should we describe Mother's early years in the introduction? Arrival. Under the her motherly love. Aw, that painting's kind of cute. Let me get my Stellar Jade. Oh, there was another. I'm kind of bummed that I don't get to max out everything. Should have waited to do that level up until I maxed out all the bottom stuff. So I think I got that done in 60 something days. That's pretty good, I guess. I wonder if there's like a short, like if someone's like speed ran that event and done it in like the shortest amount of time possible. Kalis, you're a big hero. Do you know that the History Cultural Hall has also been successfully set up with your help? This means that we can open the whole museum to the public. I had no idea the silver... 68 days? Nice. No. It's too bad. The true niceness would have been if you'd gotten one more day. I had no idea the Supreme Guardian had gone through this. Is this the monster that invaded us 700 years ago? I didn't expect this long-buried history would one day see the light of day. And the museum... Oh, excuse me. Be brought back to life. This is all so unbelievable. We owe this to you, Kalis. You are a true hero of Belobog. You deserve that title. Oh. Oh. Yeah, so this is Cecolia's photo with Branya. Well, there we go. We finally did it, but we have... Oh, there it is. The entire bit of the event done. We have all the rewards. And we were able to get all of the different parts. We found out who had been doing the con, and it was exactly who we thought it would be. I have not smiled that much not smiled as hard as I was during Sampo's attempt at a different voice. But yeah, so we got some more of Sampo, we got some more of the Branya Sela ship. I think that was a pretty fruitful day, if I do say myself. We only went over 20 minutes to get that fully completed, so we did pretty good. We got an achievement. Just collect all the display items. You should stay in the museum. You're so good at curating. I did not mean to click warp. Well, I can show you this. So 4 more days of Silverwolf. And I've been able to build up this many. I'll probably have around 60, as you can see. So I know I'm gonna do at least one pull for Laosha. But I don't know if maybe I should, you know, do more, because as I stated, I really want 5-star Dunhung, and he's probably going to have his own light cone. And obviously if I want him, I also want his light cone, because as shown with what they did with Jing Yuan, if Jing Yuan is mostly pretty similar to Serval power-wise, unless you get his light cone, if they continue to do that with the other 5 stars, I will obviously want to get their light cones. But in the case of the most recent one, Silverwolf, they also gave Silverwolf her own 4-star light cone to go with her. So they might do the same thing for Laosha, which would incentivize me to get him. But I think Laosha might already have a 4-star light cone. Maybe. Yeah, because I have this one, and this is Laosha right here, and it's an abundance 4-star, so he might already have a 4-star light cone. But yeah, so that's all I have for today. Thank you all so much for watching. And sorry I was a little late today. I should have been doing it at 6 Eastern Standard Time instead of 6:30. But I'm going to try, I will be streaming on Sunday. I'm going to try for, let me just check the time to make sure. I'm going to be trying for 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 3 p.m. To 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so a little bit earlier than today. So hopefully you won't have to stay up as late. But thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you all have the rest of a good Friday, or if it's Saturday for you, or a good weekend. And goodbye.